So today I'm sharing from the Living Deeply class that I often share from. This is going back, not this current session I'm in, it's for a full year at a time, and I joined halfway through. The first year that I joined, it was already halfway in session. So I completed 2.5 years, and I'm in the third year, and then there's that half year. But this is from the past. So my spiritual journey is releasing fear of death, attachments between me and source, fear and avoidance of lack, and desire attachment to pleasure. And I know this is true for many. So identify because of what they share, obviously with me, but also because of what teachers are guiding and because of what I feel and my own history. So identifying with pure and eternal parts of me, which are metaphysical, that are my lasting true nature, reflects my relationship with the uncertainty, the unseen, the unheard. To get out of my own way and trust the way knows the way. Dwelling in the holy is being a dwelling for the holy. Letting go of the old is having faith in rebirth. And channeling God's will through us versus imprisonment. So getting out of imprisonment is when the ancient selves meet the now moment. So we're co-creating the world around us, and that's our divinity and humanity, where we're all mirrors for each other, and we soothe all these many sides with forgiveness, innocence, and compassion for all these sides and faces. And the parts of us that we like and dislike become unified, and then outside as well. And when we love someone else so much, we love beyond them. We love the godliness in them, the infinity that we can perceive. And when we realize we can't hold on to anything, we have to relax into everything. And living in a sacred paradox of it is and it isn't, because in this wilderness where the wild self becomes visible, that we're not planted, and being in a desert kind of in the walk, it has its purpose, and meaning. And there's a holy of holies, which is like a cloud that clarifies as we go biblically in the desert, in the numbers, in the tenderness, the awe and uniqueness. We find home, and we get stripped down from pretenses to essence, the treasure, the love of all loves at the center. When we have internal wars, we have wars with the people around us, and it vents out, instead of us going into insanity, that we have different parts, right? So this is my gift, dear love, my gift to you, as God sings to us about all the gifts around us. And Adonai lo ira, I will not be afraid because you're with me. Worries melt away, fears jump back, and in forgetting, we still seek the divine light, kissing my face with your beautiful nature and blowing the winds in my direction. So even if we're not touching it directly, it's touching us, right? So asking for you to help me to remember you always, even when my mind races ahead of my heart, as a prayer, right? I place your consciousness before my eyes from the Tehillim. I place the all, the foreverness, as a commitment. I place you as Shaviti Havaya Lenegdi Tamid, walking around looking at God. I place you as a seal upon my heart, is a forever in front of me. I'm sitting with it, and it's what was, is, and will be, the eternal, and my life woven into yours, a thread of the great weaving, part of the great fabric. Now, a lot of this, we have to give credit to the one who runs this course, Neely, and that is because she is able to hold space for all of us and give us the room with a lot of her quotes, and that I can't even write down, but that are also such a big part of the Living Deeply journey. And so I'm gonna my pasuk is, my name. My pasuk in the Living Deeply class changes per year, but there's also a pasuk that is attached to the name that stays with you your whole life. It starts with the first letter of your name and ends with the last letter of your name. My Hebrew first letter is Shin, and the last letter is Aleph. Oh, and there's one more comment I'll make from Neely, that she said, whispers into my ear and hold me, soothe my tears when I'm broken and empty. We ask of the Creator, right? So so my name pasuk, and I think that's important to add, because when I'm broken and empty here, listen, bring joy to the soul of your servant, for to you, my Lord, I lift my soul. And that's practice. Sameach nefesh avdecha ki eilecha Adonai nafshi esa. happiness, my soul, happiness, sameach nefesh, the soul, the body, soul, your servant. Because to you, Master, I make myself. I make myself for you. So make me happy. And that's from King David, a couple quotes here. Shiviti Avayala Nagdi Tamid is from Psalms, and I guess this one is also from the Torah somewhere. Maybe it's from Psalms. Yeah, it's Tehillim. It's from Tehillim, the Psalms from King David. And now, in the spirit of prayer, I'm going to read a few more prayers from, like I said, there it is. From Living Deeply, from Romamu, where I met Neely, who runs Living Deeply. And so she is part of that community too. And this is a workshop she runs outside of Romamu, but that I heard about from Romamu. And so these are some prayers from Romamu, the community. Surely the Eternal is in this place, and I did not know how awesome is this place. This is none other than the house of God, and this is the gate of heaven. Breath of life, prepare me to be a sanctuary, that you may dwell in me. Blessed are you, indwelling life of worlds, who has granted us life, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this moment. As for me, through your abundant grace, I enter your house to worship with awe in your sacred place. Adonai, I love the habituation of your house and the place where your glory dwells. I shall prostrate myself and bow. I shall kneel before the Eternal, my Maker. To you, Eternal One, goes my prayer. May this be a time of your favor. In your abundant love, O God, answer me with the truth of your salvation. Return us to you, O source, and we will return. Renew our days as of old. Glory and majesty are before you, breath of life. And so let's practice. Taking a deep breath, and then leaning over in a bow, surrendering to the allness. If you can face east, that's best. Let's just let it go. Let it go. And if you're really melting all the way down, you may want to put your knees on the ground for a moment, just fully melting. Like my hands came down and now my knees, and then just melting, melting, melting. And releasing it, breathing. Have a wonderful rest of your day. It's Hanukkah. Happy Hanukkah. That's why I wanted to include some prayers, praises of the Creator. More light, more light.